this be the restricted section Lisa mentioned? Doesn't quite feel like it, though. You don't think this place is hiding some terrible secret, do you? Like those rooms you always hear about in scary stories? You know, the ones that are usually totally off limits? That's true. We just kind of waltzed in here. And it didn't seem like the lock had been broken or anything. Wait, hang on a minute. This isn't the door we came in through. Are we even in the library anymore? You think? Wow, that's pretty impressive, building all this under the lake. Wait, no, that's ridiculous. No way is that where we are. Too bad Lisa's not working today, otherwise we could ask her. Well, we're here anyhow, and this place doesn't look too dangerous. Why don't we just take a look around? New places are meant for exploring, after all. You gotta try all kinds of new things to become a good and experienced guide. Ooh, look, a stuffed wolf toy! So cute! It's so fluffy and soft. Huh. Wonder who left it here. Oh, foolish traveler, you dare enter this fortress of doom without invitation? Prepare to be eaten alive! We should probably just leave it here for now. This place is huge, so let's keep on exploring! I can't wait any longer!
Don't get too close! I got you covered!
Ears of the storm!
The wind rises. Bow your head!
Out of my way!
Fire it up!
Dare to mess with me?
How amusing. Search for it. Cry louder. Here's backup.
Dissipate! Too late for regrets! Have fun with...
Squall Fury.
Oh no! Sorry! Guests, hello! I've been waiting here for the longest time and nobody came. I was only planning to rest my eyes for a bit, but the sofa was so comfy, I guess I dozed off.
But I can talk!
Sure can! Talking is one of the things I can do. Alright, so... yes. Introductions are in order, aren't they? Greetings, my dear guests. My name is... Wait. What's my name?
Not sure we can help you with that one, buddy. Guess you were in a pretty deep sleep, huh? Seems like you're still waking up.
Huh? Really?
We're just messing with you. Anyway, Paimon's name is Paimon, and this is the Traveler. Okay, great, that went well. At least this mysterious room doesn't rob everyone of their memories.
I must apologize. I must have slept for so long that I can't remember what's real and what's a dream anymore. I did have a lot of dreams while I was asleep. Okay, concentrate. Alright, so if I'm not mistaken, the current me is a concierge in charge of attending to any guests that find themselves here. Yes, you may call me Wolfie.
Okay, but, if all you can remember are your dreams, what makes you think any of them are real experiences? They're just products of your imagination, right?
You mean, if it comes from my imagination, it can't be real life? Well, It sounds like you know more about that kind of thing than I do. I can't tell the difference at all. I remember a time when a horrid curse was put on me. My heart was cased in unmelting ice, and I had to spend my days in agonizing solitude, surrounded by nothing but boundless tundra. I also remember playing with Whitefang in the misty forest. We chased golden butterflies, waded through rushing streams, and shattered the very moon beneath our feet. And I'll never forget marching in that celebratory procession with the other troops, being showered in confetti as I excitedly waited for Her Majesty the Queen to bestow her honor upon me. It was glorious. To me, all these events are indistinguishable from real experiences. Take my latest dream, for instance. I remember being in a garden of forking paths, and Madame Mage said to me, "From now on, you are a concierge. Be sure to treat your guests well." And I found myself here. And like I said, I waited and waited and waited. And now, finally, 2 guests have arrived. At last, I can fulfill my duty. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me?
Yeah, and who is this Madame Mage? Is she really just a figure from your dream? Seems like there could be more to it than just that.
Well, Madame Mage is Madame Mage. Just as you, dear guests, are guests. She and her friends, oh yes, and they're all mages too. Each one of them is a master of their own type of magic. Conjuring, illusions, and so on. One of them uses a quill pen to cast her spells. She has a very mysterious ink bottle that contains fantasy truth. I had a little taste when she wasn't looking, and oh my goodness was it bitter! Blech. But the other mages all love her magic. They use their powers of creation to transform her fantasy truth into true fantasy. How do they do that? I haven't the slightest idea. I'm just a toy with stuffing for brains. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me?
Yeah, and who is this Madame Mage? Is she really just a figure from your dream? Seems like there could be more to it than just that.
Well, Madame Mage is Madame Mage. Just as you, dear guests, are guests. She and her friends, oh yes, and they're all mages too. Each one of them is a master of their own type of magic. Conjuring, illusions, and so on. One of them uses a quill pen to cast her spells. She has a very mysterious ink bottle that contains fantasy truth. I had a little taste when she wasn't looking, and oh my goodness was it bitter! Blech. But the other mages all love her magic. They use their powers of creation to transform her fantasy truth into true fantasy. How do they do that? I haven't the slightest idea. I'm just a toy with stuffing for brains. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me?
Yeah, what is this place? We came in here through this one door in the library, but we were never able to open it before.
Ah, well, congratulations on your successful entry, dear guests. This is a special room, one that can only be accessed by those who are invited. Seeing as you two have this privilege, you can invite your friends to enter as well. On that note, I'd better tidy up this place as quickly as possible. Oh, and I should prepare some tea and snacks too. You don't mind if they're on the sweeter side, do you?
Of course not! Wait, before we get ahead of ourselves, mind telling us where we are exactly? Are we even still in Mondstadt?
That is a difficult question. Madame Mage created this room using magic, and I don't know magic. Still, you have my guarantee as concierge that this is a safe and comfortable place. I sincerely hope you enjoy your time here. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me? Yes, I saw! You were magnificent! I was completely enraptured by your performance!
What do you mean, performance?
Well, Madame Mage says that every page of a storybook is a segment of the present. I'm sure only the most distinguished of guests are able to take the stage as the story's protagonist and put on a show as spectacular as yours. What a thrilling battle! Yes, that's what every story needs to spice things up. Naturally, those are the kinds of stories I love reading the most. I wonder what would make a good title for a book about your magnificent performance. Should we call it a saga? An epic? A tale of conquest? A chronicle of combat? Choices, choices. In any case, I do hope you will be so kind as to indulge us with more of your fine performances. In fact, scratch that. I'm afraid I shall have to insist. The story of the present is waiting to be written, and you, dear guests, are the ones to fill its pages. Is there anything else you'd like to ask me?
This place is getting more confusing by the second, but Wolfie seems alright. So, we should be fine, right? Besides, our goal is to set foot in every corner of Teyvat, and the courage to boldly go where others dare not to tread is what will take us there.
Wow, what a wonderful line! Spoken like a true adventurer!
You bet! We're the real deal!
Is that so? Well then, I'd better make sure I do my duty as concierge of this place. I hope this can be somewhere for you to rest and recuperate when you're weary, so that you can embark on your next adventure refreshed and renewed. Come back here anytime if you get tired. I'll be sure to take good care of you.
There is no escape! Get with me!
At the right man, into the fire! Yours!
The wind rises. Wretched vermin!
Illusion shattered! Inazuma shines eternal!
Our bond is strong! I'll settle this! Nice and spicy!
Swollen fury!
You can leave the trickier opponents to me. You did invite me here after all, so I'll do my part for the cause, no problem. As for what part that'll be exactly, arrange that however you wish. I can handle it.
handful of my more experimental dishes have made it onto the Wanmin restaurant menu. In most cases, it's because I think the texture isn't quite right, or the flavor needs a lot more work. But that doesn't mean I'm about to give up. I know there are tasty dishes out there waiting to be discovered, and I'll find them sooner or later.
No, I don't want to chat. What are you making that face for? I thought you knew my deal by now. Fine, you can talk, and I'll sit over there and listen. Happy now?
Will you join me in a game of Karuta? It is a fine way to spend leisure time. It will help us both relax, while keeping me sharp and focused. The only thing is, it is customary for the winner to be awarded with confectionery, but I do not know whether it can be brought in here. In that case, we can celebrate the victor at the Sacred Sakura some other time. Now, are you ready to be humbled?
My experiment will succeed.
I won't hold you back. Much.
Inazuma shines eternal! Yeah! Scatter! Skyward! Make way for the Adeptus!
Enhanced Animal Module 75! Nice and spicy! Animal Test 6308! Stand clear!
Shine down! Torn to oblivion! Skyward! Seize the skies!
Bravo! Bravo! Another spellbinding performance! Are you interested in learning any new thespian tricks? By which I mean dashing and elegant poses. In fact, what would you say to a friendly exchange? I'll teach you some thespian tricks in return for toy medals from the treasure chests. Friendship is a wonderful thing, isn't it? Ah, just the word itself gives me a warm, fuzzy feeling in my heart and my stomach.
Yep, gotta love friendship. But, when you say a warm, fuzzy feeling in your stomach, there is something slightly concerning about that. Anyway, are you sure you're okay with just toy medals? What could they be worth if they're just toys?
As long as you believe, even toy medals can be more valuable than gold. That is the magic of imagination. Madam Mage told me that. I can't say I entirely understand what she meant, but... The thespian tricks, I actually got those from a wish I made to Madam Mage. So long as she thinks it's a fair trade, I think it should be fine.
Sounds kinda ominous. Don't a lot of scary stories start out that way? You make a reckless wish to a wicked witch, but you end up regretting it when she forces you to pay an impossible price in return?
I believe you're misunderstanding the situation, dear guest. There is absolutely nothing to fear. To start with, mages are quite different from wicked witches. And besides, I already told you what the price is. It's the toy medals. There's no catch.
And you're sure about that?
Yes, completely. In any case, I was the one who made the wish. So if someone has to end up paying an impossible price, just leave it to me. I enjoy watching your performances, so it's well worth it as far as I'm concerned. I wonder how many blank pages are left in this book. But not to worry. Even if we run out of space, new blank pages will be added very soon. I do look forward to the day when all empty pages are filled with stories.
I wonder whether this potion I made has any potential combat applications. Oh, don't worry. I understand that this isn't an appropriate location to conduct those kinds of experiments. It's too risky, and might do more harm than good if something went wrong. It's just hard to switch off and rest when all these hypotheses are swirling around in my brain.
This domain is filled with mystery, but one fears that we shall miss much if we are too hasty to proceed. Perhaps we could pause for a moment. There is little of interest in this area, and if we were to while away the time through conversation, our throats would surely grow parched. Shall one fashion a supreme tea brewing machine one of these days? That way the fragrance of tea shall be ours to enjoy wherever we please. Ah, yes. A capital idea indeed.
A handful of my more experimental dishes have made it onto the Wanmin restaurant menu. In most cases, it's because I think the texture isn't quite right, or the flavor needs a lot more work. But that doesn't mean I'm about to give up. I know there are tasty dishes out there waiting to be discovered, and I'll find them sooner or later. Yeah, let's go on a big adventure!
fire!
Loaded.
Absorption test. Stand clear. Absorption test.
Hunt them down. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Animal hypostasis emulation.
Ready.
Fire it up! I got you covered!
Where evil lurks, shoot on sight.
Stand clear.
Everybody stand back.
Swirl. Mark 2.
Hunt them down.
No escape!
Teamwork is dreamwork.
Check this out! Support and fire!
Absorption test. Animal hypostasis.
Loaded. Where evil lurks, shoot on sight.
Stand clear.
Everybody stand back.
Thanks for inviting me here. If there's nothing too urgent that needs your attention, why not take a seat and relax for a bit? I'll make you some tea. Oh, don't mention it. It's nothing, really. I'd hate to see anyone who needs my care tiring themselves out too much.
These monsters are stronger all the time. Probably 'cause I'm on the team, I bet. But the good news is, as the leader of Benny's adventure team, I've learned a lot about how to draw monsters' attention. I'll lure them out, and once they charge at me, you guys wait for the right moment to take them all down.
People often believe me to be highly focused on securing victories. I am a champion duelist, after all. The truth, however, is just the opposite. It is the spirit of the challenger that I value above all else. If someone is willing to face me head-on, they have my respect, no matter who secures the title of victor in the end. Strength is something that can be gained through experience. Courage, however, comes from within.
evil shall be dispersed.
Dare to mess with me, Gears of the Storm! Hey!
Barbados, guide us.
Yeah! Scatter! Make way for the adept!
Disappear! Here! Worthless! Let's get down to business.
Truth repeats its course! Stray clouds converge! Skyward! Scatter!
Wind, hear me!
Lament! Worthless! Here! Let's get down to worthless! Here! Here! Worthless! Boring!
Too late for regrets! Gears of the Storm!
Make way for the Adeptus! Scatter!
I swear by my sword!
Disappear! Worthless! Here! Worthless! Here! 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 Boring! Lament! Here! Here! Worthless! Let's get down to business.
We'll see about that!
Seize the sky! Yeah! Skyward!
Wind, hear me!
You youngsters need to make sure you're getting enough exercise. You don't want to be huffing and puffing while your elders are still going strong. Why, this is a walk in the park compared to the field studies that Haravatat used to send us out on. Never mind. No point in dredging up the past. Go on, then. I suppose you ought to rest if you really are tired. I've seen too many junior scholars ruin their health for the sake of their academic pursuits. Let that be a cautionary tale. Those who fail to heed the advice of their elders do so at their own peril.
Fighting monsters is nothing new to me. If anything,
It is these brief periods of leisure between battles that I'm not accustomed to. No matter. If you need to rest, I will stay here with you until you are ready.
When storytellers tell tales pertaining to oneself, they often resort to slapdash stitchwork derived from decrepit documents, garnished with a glut of aggrandizement. Entertaining, to be sure, but do not believe everything you hear. Of course, if you wish to hear the truth, you need only ask me. In fact, one is suddenly reminded of an old tale. It begins with a gathering of the Adepti at Dreyun Karst.
I wonder if that novel I read once is available to borrow here. Not that I was especially fond of it. I just didn't finish reading it, so I've always wondered what happens after where I left off. I really hope it has a happy ending.
In the name of the Prinzessin!
I swear by my sword! Teamwork is dreamwork!
Boring! Lament! Here! Worthless! Worthless! Here!
Wings of Darkness!
Wait, hear me!
I'm going in! Disappear! Worthless! Worthless!
who lurk within this place are but lowly pawns, the last remnants of the usurper's army. By the time the Princessend of Ertelung stands before them, my bolts of downfall will have long since severed their ties with the forces of fate. My subjects will surely sing their songs of praise, but to the Princessin, this is but one more triumph to add to the annals.
To ashes! Overruled. This is where you fall.
Pew! Midnight Phantasmagor!
Transfixed. Witness my rise. Eyes on me!
Dumpty Dumpty Go! Ooh! Yeah.
One is fast on one's feet. Try to keep pace.
La la la.
To ashes! Move! Hunt them down!
Woo! Sparks and flash! La la la. Hi-ya! Woo! Woo! Pew!
Spray clouds converge! Into the shadows. Yeah! Scatter! Skyward! Seize the skies!
Jumpy, jumpy, go! Hi-ya! Blazing delight! Pew!
I think I'll read a little before the next battle begins. Please refrain from recommending something like a newspaper. I recognize that short-form articles may be a fitting choice, considering the limited amount of time at our disposal, but they're simply not to my taste.
There's some pretty tough cookies lurking around in here, huh? Still, nothing to be scared of. If you're out on stormy seas and a giant wave is coming towards you, you only put yourself at risk of capsizing if you try to steer around it. But if you face it head on and take it on the bow, you can split that wave down the middle. I'm used to taking the helm when the storms come, so when we head into battle, feel free to put me up front.
Kaya once told me that if I spend too much time playing in one day without resting, I'll be too tired to play the next day and I'll miss out on all the fun. So I decided when the sun gets up, I'll get up And when the sun goes to bed, I'll go to bed. That way, I'll always be full of energy. You should do what Kaya says too, Miss Honorary Knight.